Large tech platforms such as Spotify, Airbnb, and GoFundMe placing bans and censorship of users and organizations amid the spread of cancel culture. Joining us now to discuss this is Daily Caller reporter Brianna Lyman. Brianna, great to have you with us. You can't help but think of all of this right now and not mention Spotify, who recently came under fire for secretly removing over 100 episodes of Joe Rogan's podcast, while Airbnb last week banned conservative author and activist Michelle Malkin for speaking at a white nationalist conference. You have GoFundMe that's facing backlash over its decision to block contributions that we saw from the Freedom Convoy Canadian truckers protesting those coronavirus restrictions. What is your reaction to all of that?
First of all, thanks so much for having me. I don't think that these companies are necessarily part of cancel culture so much as they're scared of cancel culture themselves, right? These are supposed to be, neutral platforms. And it turns out they're not, right? They promote the ideology of the cancel culture mob, which tends to be left leaning. And a lot of these individuals are pushing for, complete shutdown of people like Joe Rogan. He's a great example. When really they want accountability. So if you take Rogan's example, he had all the scientists, people disagreed with it. A few months ago, he was pushing for ivermectin. People wanted him canceled. It turns out, Neil Young threatening to pull his music wasn't enough to cancel him on Spotify. So the cancel culture mob goes after him because they find that he said the N-word years ago. And that was their ticket to cancel him, right? And rather than just demanding accountability, which would have been an apology, which Rogan gave on his own terms, the cancel culture mob wants to cancel him into oblivion. And these big tech platforms, they end up bowing down because they're scared that they're going to get canceled themselves. But what ends up happening is with this cancel culture ideology is you stifle thought diversity. And people like Joe Rogan, who creates a space for open dialogue and conversation, he's essentially being hanged by his neck by this cancel culture mob. And cancel culture condemns every single person to a life of involuntary submission to mob thought when mob thought isn't always the right thought.
It's also interesting that obviously when you look at other social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, I know Donald Trump Jr. has been very vocal about the fact that he thinks that for some reason his posts are being suppressed within the site on certain things he posts where there seems to be a lot of engagement, yet the likes are very low. Why do you think we're seeing this wave of conservatives targeted right now? And what can be done about the accountability of social platforms in making sure that there's still somewhat of a respect, not encouraging acts of violence, but there should be freedom of speech. I mean, that's an American right.
I think actually conservatives, they have a two-part problem here. So the first part of the issue is that there's not enough conservative voices that push back on these big tech platforms, right? You have too many left-leaning activists on Twitter and social media who are very loud. And conservatives, the second thing that they do, which I think is a real problem, is they say, okay, we're just going to get up and go elsewhere. So they leave Twitter for Getter. They leave YouTube for Rumble. They leave GoFundMe for Give, Send, Go. And in one case, you're like, okay, yeah, there's other places we can go to. But at what point do you say, you know what, I'm going to stand my ground? Because the problem here is that you think of what's going on. You are essentially teaching these big tech platforms that, you know what, yeah, we're going to let you have this blatant suppression of free speech and we're just going to go elsewhere. And it's also justifying the actions of the cancel culture mob. And it reminds me of Ronald Reagan's great quote in the Time for Choosing speech. He was referring to a Cuban refugee who said, he had a place to come to for freedom. That was America. And Ronald Reagan said, if we lose freedom here, there's nowhere else to go. If we lose the right to free speech in America on these big tech platforms, there's nowhere else to go. And when conservatives simply walk away rather than push back, we're giving them the edge.
Brianna Lyman, we really appreciate you being with us. And of course, we'll continue to follow these stories. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.